Hello, my name's Mark and also Daddy, and this is
Ben.
And today we're going to build something. We're going to use this, which is the MagPi, and what's the delights? This, which is well, we'll unbox it. The Google AIY voice project.
Google Gaga, the Google Gaga baby.
A very interesting cardboard box. A speaker. A button. I think the button is probably our favourite bit. The buttons are our favourite bit. We love the button. A small bag of wires and components, including some connected components there. That's probably for a breadboard. We're probably not going to use that. Let's look at the components, shall we?
Yeah.
Let's see what we got in our component box. Okay, well, connecting switch. This looks like the, yeah, that's a COM switch. Connecting cable, which will connect up the board. Another long connecting cable, I'm guessing that's going to be for the speaker and for the microphone. And the inside of the switch, which is just got the pins that you can see inside there, and the switch will fit inside that, and a little tiny LED. If you can see this, there we go. That's a little tiny LED because the switch will light up, and a pin board. And that's probably for connecting it to a breadboard for doing your own kind of project.
Bread?
A breadboard. It's not really made of bread, Ben.
I thought it was made of bread because it has bread in it.
No, it's just called a breadboard. And what do we think this bit is? Inside a protective
Chip.
bag. And well, it probably has a chip on it. But let's have a look at it. I think this might be our microphone. Yes, it is, perhaps.
Daddy, what?
Yeah, we have a left and right microphone. I'm not sure you can see that clear enough because it just won't focus on it. And yeah, left and right microphone on the top side, microphone connectors on the bottom side, and a connector that will connect it to the board. And the last very interesting thing, thank you very much Google, thank you very much MagPi, this is a voice hat. And that's
A hat?
It's called a hat because it sits on top of something. It sits on top of a head.
Yeah, really? It sits on top of my head?
Ben is being silly. So it says voice hat on it, made by Google. And the reason it's called a hat is because it sits on top of a head, but in this case it sits on top of headers. And the headers are what these fit into. That's a pin block on the back there.
Headers.
And the headers, here's our Raspberry Pi 3. I should probably thank IBM for this because I got this as a free gift from IBM when I was at an expo, at a conference, and they gave this away because they were showing off Node Red, which is a wonderful piece of technology, and IBM were very, very kind giving these away. That's a header block. Those are called.
Block.
So we can see that, those are your header block. So that sits literally on top of here. Can you see? At which point the hat sits on the head.
A hat, a talking hat sits on a head.
But what we're going to do now is we're going to assemble all of these components.
I want that thing.
What's that thing? That's your speaker.
No,
Don't press the speaker. What do we not do? We don't press the centre of the speaker, do we? Because it's just card. And we can break it, so we have to be very careful.
The metal outside. That's the button.
Yep. Do not press the centre of the speaker. Specifically, do not puncture the card on the paper.
That was made out of card.
Oh, it's a sort of layered paper and it feels like card. I should quickly point out that this is the MagPi and I'm going to be following the instructions because they're all clearly laid out. But don't tell Ben because he just thinks I'm really clever and I'm not. Hi Ben. So we're about to secure the hat and Ben's very interested in the hat. So what we've done is we've inserted a couple of standoffs here which will keep it supported on one side. These are our header pins, which are actually GPIO pins, which are the input-output pins on the Raspberry Pi. And we fit one on top of the other. And are you going to help me? Nice and gentle. Okay, so help line it up by putting it in. There we go. And we line up the pins on this side. Wait a minute, don't push it down yet. Don't push it down yet. What we have to do is make sure it's all lined up on that side. And we make sure our standoffs are lined up like that. and then we gently push it down. Okay, and there we go. You hear it click. You want to push down on this side? Push down, squeeze, squeeze.
Ow, it hurt.
It does hurt a little bit because that's the solder on the back end of it. It hurts a little bit when you press on the back of that. Notice there's more video than there are photos. That's because Ben prefers the video. We're now going to attach the speaker onto our board. It attaches here, which is where the speaker input is. And Ben, can you see a little positive and a little negative?
Wait.
Little plus, little minus. Positive and negative.
Yeah.
Okay, so which colour do you think is negative? And which colour do you think is positive?
Positive, red and black is negative.
Yeah, so black is negative, that's correct, and red is positive, so we slot those into there. Other things we have to do is tighten in our speaker wires. So if I show you down there, and you can see we have to tighten inside here, which will tighten our speaker wires right now, and that'll fit our speaker to the board.
This is actually a little annoying.
What's annoying about it, Ben?
Because that sounds...
Well, yeah, this is the sounds of his brother in the other room. Backing up. Hello again, and in this next bit, Ben's going to have a little bit of fun. What we have to do now is we have to connect a cable to this part of our voice hat. It's actually just a little slotting cable, and it's a little tiny button cable, so we need the tiny 4-pin button cable, which is one that I think looks like this, with these connectors on the back. And it's going to fit into the top slot there. It only goes in one way. You want to lean in, Ben? You can tell which way it goes because what you'll have on it is two little guide pieces on the plastic there, and there's two little empty slots on the back of there, so it can only go in that way. It will only fit in one way. It will only fit in that way. I'll show you on there. It'll only fit in that way. It won't fit in the other way around. So Ben, do you want to slot it in?
Yes.
Come on, I know you're being a bit nervous. Very nervous.
It might not slot in.
Come on, just slot it into there.
So which one?
The front one. Yeah. No, not that one, the other one. The other front. The one that's closer towards you. Your other front. Okay? And that's it. And then we just push it down to click it into place, like that. And that's it. We're now in place, and we got the 4 wires are sticking up. They're all seated nicely, and that's that bit done. So we're going to move on to our next bit. We're moving on to the other board now. What we have now is a microphone cable. This is our microphone cable with silly noises. It looks the same at either end. So it's exactly the same at either end. So you can use either end when you're doing this. What you do is you take your microphone board, and Ben, I'm going to get you to do this again.
Chip.
And chip.
I mean like the chip.
So there's our microphone board. There's the connector. Once again, you can see that it's got two little guide slots on the back, and on the back of this you've got there we go, two tiny pieces of plastic, so it will only slot in one way, so you've got no chance of doing this wrong. Ben, you want to gently slot that in, and don't force it because it's nice and soft, and it will go in just one way. Hold it near the plastic. Hold it right at the end where the plastic is.
Yeah.
And that's the wrong way around, isn't it? Because your little tiny plastic things are on the back. So come on.
Tiny.
Yeah, because they line up with those slots. And that's it. Push down. And there we go.
Little forcing.
Make sure you hear it click in. And that's that done. We're now kind of looking like some kind of weird alien creature. Alien creature.
Yeah. It's like it's going to hack into my brain.
What? It's going to hack into your brain?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
No. Don't you dare do that.
Okay, for our next part, we're going to attach that microphone cable, our microphone, into our Pi board. It goes into the front connector slot, and it just slots nicely and simply in. And again, I'm going to get Ben to do that for me. So Ben, it goes that way around. Do you want to please put that down? And there we go. Do you want to slot her in?
Her? It said her.
Well,
It
yeah.
said slot her in.
Strangely enough, we tend to use female-specific pronouns when we're talking about devices. That's just because Daddy's a little older than you are. One day that'll possibly drop, and you can say him. We can call it a him if we want to. We can call it a her. We can call it an it. We can call it a they. We can call it a ningy. Would you like to call it a ningy?
Yes.
We'll have a silly moment now with our ningy. Are you still there? Are we still watching you? Are you still watching us? Is something happening? Yeah, right, so the next bit is to assemble the box. Assemble the box! What they get you to do here is to fold up all these wonderful pieces of cardboard they gave you to make a Google cardboard box. I kind of love the fact that Google do this because I got Google Cardboard 3D that I got a long time ago from Google, and it's the same sort of idea, except we're not going to use that. We're not going to use it, are we?
No.
We're not going to use it because we printed one earlier. We printed one in 3D. In 3D on our 3D printer.
3 dimensions.
3 dimensions. So we printed this wonderful design that we found from somebody on was it on Instructables? No, it wasn't. It was on Thingiverse. Thanks to the guys on Thingiverse. Oh, you wonderful people. We love you. Because we have a 3D printer at home. Which, you know, every home should have a 3D printer, shouldn't it, Ben?
Yeah.
Every home should smell of burnt popcorn and disappointment. But anyway, we got a little bit more less than disappointment. We painted it orange. We've stuck a bit of paper onto the bottom because we put it down on something after we painted it orange, and we've got paper stuck to the bottom now. Wonderful design parts that we're going to use to put our Raspberry Pi head in. And that's what we're about to do now when we work out how to put it in, and I'll be back.
A visual version.
Normal service will be resumed after this message from our sponsor.
No.
Ah! Okay, so we're back. I fitted it in the box. One of the things I had to do was make a quick emergency cut along the bottom of the box so they can get to the HDMI port because we haven't set up the Raspberry Pi yet. And I don't like pulling things in and out of the box all the time. So I want to be able to get to my HDMI port. I want to be able to output the Raspberry Pi while it's still in this box without taking it apart. So that's what I've done. I've made a very quick hack with a knife and a file that I'll tidy up a little bit later. But for now, we're going to go to the next part of fitting this. Maybe with a little more silliness. On behalf of me, Ben is being perfectly sensible.
Behalf? What does behalf mean?
I don't know. What does behalf mean?
I don't know.
No, we don't know what it means. The next part of what we're doing is to put this, the arcade button, with its washer and screw, into our lid. Button goes into the lid. So we push that through there. And that should fit in neatly. It's got a couple of little guide pinholes, and there should be a couple of little guide pegs on the other side of this guide. Can you see I'll show you little tiny offset, tiny nubs on either side there. There's a couple of nubs on the inside of here. You can see them, just tiny little pieces of plastic there. And so we fit it in, and it won't fit smoothly until we turn it around, and there we go, it locks in like that. It works even better if I put it the right way around, doesn't it?
Yep.
Yep. There we go, it fits those nubs in. That means that it is aligned. We then put our washer back on.
Dishwasher. Dish. What does the washer mean? What's the washer?
What's the washer? Well, the washer is a spacer.
Spacer.
It allows pressure to be put over a wider area when you're attaching the nut, and it stops you breaking anything. And there's our button fitted. That's quite neat.
Now can I press it?
You want to press the button?
Yes.
We're going to have to fit the inside of the button now. Back in a moment. The next piece of what we have to do is we have to fit this little bulb, which is the button lamp, into this, which is the button lamp holder, and underneath that goes this, which is the micro switch. You can hear it there, which controls the button. allows it. This is all the interactivity that will get back and forth between our device. So it has to be fitted fairly carefully, following the instructions, which are very cleanly written out for us. And that's what I'm going to do now, but I'm not going to wake you watch it. We're going to meanwhile have a small interlude while Ben does creative and performative dance for us. Off you go, Ben.
No,
apparently he's not going to, so just bear with us and I'll get back to you in a moment. Okay, so it's fitted. A little tight to get it in. That's a good noise. Little tight to get it in because you have to fit pegs into small holes, and hopefully Ben's going to stop that sometime soon. The light fits in nice and neatly in the top there. That's all fairly easy, and that's all going to go inside our switch in a moment. And in the meantime, I'm just going to have to bury a small child. Back, you won't notice the difference, but we moved on a little bit. Ben has now gone to bed after we had food and things, and we've loaded up all the components into our Pi and into our bots. So you can see the microphone has been placed into place. The button is now in and functioning. So hear the little clicking sounds. And there's our Raspberry Pi outside with its voice hat on. And we have it up on screen. I'm just going to... So this is it on my little tiny screen that I use for when I'm playing with Pis. And that's the Google AIY projects on the back of the screen. Here's my little setup and my keyboard. And I'm just about to go through the whole of the setting up of the actual Raspberry Pi. That's going to be really boring and possibly going to take about 30 minutes, so I'll back with you later. So we're testing our desktop, and what we're going to do now is check that the audio works. So let's have a little bit of sound.
Front, center.
So that's the sound working. And we're just going to test now whether the microphone works and it records. So it wants me to say testing 1, 2, 3, but I think we can say something a little different than that. Let's go with something that Ben will find funny later. Ben is a poopy pants.
Ben is a poopy pants.
Bit loud, but there we go, that works. So that's all good. And we're going to move on to a couple more tests, and I'll return after those. Back after some time, a little bit of playing around there. Following the guide in MagPi was fine. However, I do advise you to follow the guide that's online instead. It's going to be a lot easier to follow. The guide in the magazine is a tiny bit out of date, not very much, just 1 or 2 tiny little things that are done slightly differently, such as the final step is now automated. You don't need to copy any code from the browser into your terminal window. It does it automatically. And then it starts working, and we know it starts working. I'm just going to give you a little example here. I'm not going to use the example I just used a moment ago because it might make the other person in the room start laughing again. So we're going to use a different piece of information. So we'll go with this. What is the weather like in Lancaster, UK?
Currently in Lancashire, it's 58 and mostly cloudy. Tonight, it's forecast to be 57 and cloudy.
And as you can see, it's working. We have a working Google AIY project. It was really simple to set up. MagPi did a great job. If you weren't lucky enough to catch one of these, I recommend you head over to the Google AIY page and fill in your details. There's going to be another print run apparently in September. So they will be on sale again. They will be available again, and you can all join in and have some fun with Google's voice hat. And that's it. Bye for the moment. I will be back just to finish off and show you the final completed project. We have a rather tired Ben here, who's out of bed because he's going to try it. Are you going to press and say something? Ask a question. What's your question you're going to ask? Ask a question about Minecraft, like what is a creeper or something? Yeah.
Maybe how to kill the wither.
Okay, off you go. Say Minecraft though.
Minecraft.
I don't know how to answer that.
Okay. How do you kill a wither in Minecraft?
On the website wikihow.com, they say, spawn the wither. Visit the nether to collect 4 blocks of soul sand. Arrange these in the shape of a T. Then you must obtain 3 wither skeleton skulls, which are rarely dropped by wither skeletons. To read more, look for the link in your Google Home app.
There we go. Did you like that?
Yeah, but how do you actually spoil a creeper? How do you spawn a creeper in Minecraft?
The queen creeper in Minecraft is spelled the T-H-E space queen Q-U-E-E-N space creeper C-R-E-E-P-E-R space in I-N space Minecraft M-I-N-E-C-R-A-F-T.
Should we give it some numbers to play with? What's 67 times 35?
The answer is 2,345.
How far is it from the Earth to the Moon in kilometers?
384,400 kilometers.
What is the distance to Alpha Proxima?
Proxima Centauri is 4.243 light years from Earth.
How long is a parsec?
1 parsec equals 3.086 times 10 to the 16 meters.
Wow. We're asking a femtosecond.
What?
How long is a femtosecond?
Sorry, I don't know how to help with that yet. I'm still learning.
How long is a femtosecond?
According to Wikipedia, a femtosecond is the SI unit of time equal to 10 minus 15 or 1/10000000000000000 of a second. That is 1 quadrillionth or 1 millionth of 1 billionth of a second.
We're going to have a lot of fun with this. Ben, we have to say goodbye now, Ben. Say goodbye.
Bye.
This is really fun. I recommend you test it with a 7-year-old. Google, can you say goodbye in Japanese?
さようなら。